What's going on, everyone? So one of the things that I always talk about how ways you can maximize your money driving around certain areas, just trying to maximize your money overall with Uber, finding different ways to just get your timing right, get your area better, getting the surge charging, all those things. So one of the things that one of the things that was the biggest help for me when I was doing Uber, when I first started, I was panicked. I panicked the first day or two because I didn't know how to get to certain places. Even though I'm from LA, there are certain areas that people expect you to know automatically, and these are some of the things that you might not know. And this can go for anybody from here in LA, anywhere in the US. It doesn't matter where you're at, but as long as you're in one of these areas, this might help you out. So one of the things that I've always used is my phone, obviously, but the phone I use is an Android phone. It's a Nexus 5. That's what I started with. But there are many other phones like the Nexus 6, the iPhone, and most people are gonna say, what's the best phone to use for rideshare? Don't think I'm gonna say the iPhone, because it's not. iPhone's a great phone. I use my phone as my daily driver, but whenever I do Uber, I would much rather use the Android version of it because Google Maps works integrated with Android, which it just works flawlessly. So the reason why I choose Google Maps and the reason why I choose this, even though you can download it for iPhone and use it on there as well, I've noticed from my own personal experience that when I have used Google Maps on the iOS platform, which is Apple products, it doesn't always work well. It's kind of glitchy, and the GPS portion of it, it's iffy. But whenever I used it on Android, it works flawlessly. So the reason why I say this is one of the best things, I'm not talking about Google Maps in particular. I want to talk about the specific features that it helps you out with. If you go to Google Maps and let's say the customer says, "Oh, take me to the Greek Theater or the Coliseum." Let's say they're from out of state or something, or they're traveling here. They're just trying to get to know LA, all these little places out. What you need to know is they don't know sometimes. They might not rate you bad for it, but the locals probably will rate you for it because they expect you to know it. It's kind of like the cabbie knowledge. A lot of cabbies, they've been doing it for so long that people say, "Take me to this," they just say the name of the place, and they already know where to go. A lot of newbie Uber drivers or Lyft drivers, this can be for any rideshare platform, it could be applied to either or, but one of the things that I think is the best thing would be getting Google Maps. The reason why I say it's the best thing is that you enter a name on Google Maps and it will automatically pop up with many suggestions with that name, and it usually, I'm gonna say like 99% of the time, it gets the exact thing you're looking for in the very top. And if it's not on the top, the next one down, next one down, next one down, so you get the correct one that you're looking for. Now, that's one of the tools I use. The reason why I think this is extremely important is because I noticed in the beginning, this lady told me, she named a little restaurant in downtown LA. I never heard of it. I've been to downtown LA many times. And I said, "Oh, do you know the address?" She repeated the name of the location again, upset, like in a mad way, like you really don't know? So, she's a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. But my point of the story is these are the type of things that you want to avoid because this will affect your driver rating, and you don't want to get booted off. If this is your main form of income, this is something very important I think you need to pay attention to. One of the things that you need to pay attention to is you want to be very knowledgeable. Knowledge is power, so the more you have, the easier it makes your life. I think that having this set up, and this can go with any phone. I personally have the Nexus 5 just because I'm a Google dude and I like all the phones that Google makes directly since they're the maker of Android. But this can be used with any Galaxy series, even iPhones. For some reason, I don't know if it's a software update that the iOS platform needs for it to work flawlessly, but Google Maps tends to work kind of glitchy on the iOS platform. And I don't mean that the directions are wrong, I mean more like the GPS portion of it seems to not always work. And I've had like 4 iPhones in the last 3 months, 6 months, because I worked in the wireless industry. I work for AT&T, or here, scratch that. I worked for AT&T. I was a wireless representative, so I had every phone you can think of, every phone imaginable. And the phone that I think was the best for Uber was always Android phones. They just seem to work better. And another thing, I don't think you guys should cheap out and buy the cheapest Android phone, because a lot of the times, a lot of sales rep, there's certain limitations that they might recommend for you to go get a phone, but this is an investment for your own future or for your own livelihood if this is your full-time job, or even if you're catering it for your regular job. So always try to get a high-end phone. Something like Galaxy S6, Note 4, Nexus 5, Nexus 6 are really good. Even some overseas phones like the OnePlus One is a very good phone. Um, but you just gotta search it up. You know, I personally, like I said, I use the iPhone all the time as my daily driver for everything else. But when it comes to that specific thing, I always use it just because I know it works better for me. Don't let it affect your driver rating. Try to keep as much as you can. Um, you know, and then just to show you guys a quick little, I'm gonna show you a quick little video on how it works on the Google Map platform. And like I said, that's one of the reasons I've always liked Google Maps. A lot of people like Waze, iOS, and other maps that don't really matter. No offense to anybody else, but I think that's the best thing that you can use. You know, this is more catered to your driver rating because it will affect you. Not only that, but you will save a ton of gas by knowing where to go. Like, just keep in mind, this is for newbie people. So once you get into the rhythm of going to the same places, you'll eventually know them by heart, obviously. But that was one of the toughest things that I had to deal with. I'm gonna say the first month or two. I mean, after a while, I got in a habit of doing it. Also, a quick thing that people do not like, now that I'm talking about the GPS portion of it, make sure it's on silent mode. I cannot tell you, in the beginning, the first week or so, I would have the volume up and be like, can you turn it off or can't you lower the volume? People hate it. It's annoying, and it is. Get a Bluetooth. Get a bunch of, you could use any Bluetooth really. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, man, that's one of the things that I would definitely suggest. Is one of the best tools you can ever use. If a customer doesn't know the address of a place, even if it's not their job, it should be their job to know it. This would be your biggest help. Do it. It'll help you guys out. Use the phone. Upgrade to a good phone. And, you know, like always, if you guys, remember, if you guys are new to Uber, or this is your first video you've ever watched about Uber related because you looked it up on YouTube or something, or Google, if you want to sign up for Uber or Lyft, and you want to receive a sign-on bonus, I will leave links in the description below, in the About section right below the video. Click on it, click the link, you will get a sign-on bonus. If you don't do it through me or through my link, that's perfectly fine, but you will not get a sign-on bonus. So, might as well take advantage of the sign-on bonus and get the sign-on bonus. Why not, right? The sign-on bonus amount varies where you're signing up from. Like here in LA right now, there's a special going on for Lyft where if you sign up, you get a $250 sign-on bonus. Remember, you get this after you've passed all the requirements, done your mentor, and completed your first 20 to 30 rides within the first 30 days. So that's very time crucial to know. And with Uber as well, Uber's everywhere. It can go anywhere from $100 all the way to $300, sometimes even $500. It just depends what part of the country you're in. And every state is going to be different. But same thing applies. Once you get through the inspection of your vehicle, once you go through the background, when all your documents are uploaded and you finish everything, once you've completed your rides, then you will receive your sign-on bonus. It's not just sign on and boom, I get money for free. No, it's not like that's not how it works, and a lot of people feel that it works. Sometimes people send me emails saying, "Hey, I didn't get my bonus." Well, you didn't finish the required rides in the time frame that they allowed it, or some people just couldn't do it in. So just keep in mind of those things. If you don't want to get a sign-on bonus, sign up through my link below. As always, if you guys like this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more videos like it. If you have any requests for videos specifically to Rideshare or technology or any questions or anything in my opinion, let me know and I might make a video about it. So thank you guys for watching. Peace.